discredit American patriotism the way he did, to imply that patriotism's for sale and has been for sale, and that when push comes to shove, people he calls loyal, patriotic Americans would actually have loyalty to another country, and he wouldn't condemn that. I couldn't imagine a situation where, if he was presented with a scenario where a wealthy American said, I choose Romania over America, a wealthy or Romanian American, he would condemn this in the harshest terms. America first, America first. Israel is the exception. And this means that this president, I don't think he loves America the way you and I love America. I think he loves Donald Trump. I think he loves the concept of being the American president without fully understanding what that means, the duties, obligations, responsibilities. I don't think this man knows what the Constitution is. I don't think he is familiar with the Constitution. I don't think he's familiar with any of the norms and values that are tied to the being the commander in chief. I don't think he understands what it means to be in the military. I don't think he understands anything except wealth. And that's it. His entire universe revolves around wealth, and that he's spent his whole life buying access and pretending that he earned that access. No, I have a lot of problems with this president.
Well, here he is minimizing a bribe because it's only worth $139,000 and it was only champagne and cigars. But this is one war criminal asking a second war criminal in public to pardon a third war criminal. Number 12.
Hey, I have an idea. Mr. President, why don't you give him a pardon? Come on. By the way, that was not in the speeches, you probably know. But I happen to like this gentleman right over here, and it just seems to make so much sense. Whether we like it or not, this has been one of the greatest wartime presidents. This has been one of the greatest wartime presidents. And cigars and champagne, who the hell cares about that?
Well, he's calling Netanyahu the greatest wartime president. Of course, he's prime minister, not president, but he's engaged in genocide and slaughter of innocents on the greatest scale since World War II.
Yeah, and cigars and champagne, who the hell cares? That just shows you this man's attitude towards the law, which again is frightening, because he is the commander-in-chief of our military. He's the chief executive of our republic, a constitutional republic, and he's absolutely unqualified for this position.
He's the chief law enforcement officer of the federal government.
And he's willing to trample over everything to, I mean, again, I'm not a big fan of high crime. I'm not a big fan of Antifa demonstrations and things of that nature. But I do know that the answer isn't the military occupation of American cities, and that's the way we've gone. America's gone dark under this man because he doesn't understand what the rule of law is, due process is, separation of state. I mean, everybody's talking about the courts. The courts, they are a third separate but equal branch of the government. And if you're being dismissive of the courts, it means you have no clue how this republic's supposed to work. We're not a dictatorship, but he wants to act as if we are a dictatorship. And that was a disgusting performance, to appeal like that to public, to the head of a state, asking him to pardon a prime minister he acknowledges has committed crimes. Ridiculous. And he's not the greatest wartime prime minister.